Sound check. Test, test, test.
Been waiting for 5 minutes.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the final game of the tournament for the Madhatters. Waiting for the referees to come back on. This is the consolation game for the 3 and 4 seeds face off, which you'll notice it's a rematch of this morning's game. While the Ice Bandits did do what we needed to and win their game, they dominated it and pushed us out of the standings based off of the number of period points they had obtained against the Pensacola Ice Flyers. Ten seconds remaining in the warm-up as the Hatters will start collecting their pucks. Cincinnati is already got theirs going. Puckett, centering pass, picked off by Cincinnati. Adams recovers the clear, sends it to McNally. McNally tips it in. Comes back to the blue line. McNally picks up a rebound. Shot blocked off the Cincinnati shin guard. Cincinnati on the clears out through the center. Puck off of the stripe skate. Goes into the corner. Adams sends it up. McNally with the challenge. Digs it free. Clears the zone. Chips it in between legs for the entry. Shot low. Nope. Cross low for Bernardo just off of his tape. Bernardo sends it back wide. It's going to bounce out of the zone. Adams controls. Sends across to Wells. Wells mishandles. Picked free by Cincinnati. Adams mishandles behind the net. Adams chips it around the boards. Chases. Live. Presses up the board. Cincinnati reverses directions. Adams chases, gets a stick on it, tipping it wide of the net. Bernardo picks it off of the wall, centering clear, misses pocket. Hand is going to go up. We'll have icing. Line change for the Hatters. Miller, Crichton, AC. Kahlo, Kashelhofer on the ice for the second line. Face-off goes back. Kashelhofer chips it around the boards, deflects weird off the glass. Crichton picks it up and then loses his handle. Miller forces a turn, chips it up the wall. Crichton picks it up loose. Shot into the breadbasket and save. Let's see on the center of the keeper's chest. May as well be a bullseye on a dartboard for the last two games, where the majority of the Hatters shots have ended up. Face-off gets sent back towards the Hatters zone. Kashelhofer slows down the advance. Kashelhofer picks up the entry pass, chips it off the board. It's going to bounce, but we flipped it, and it's going to be icing. Third offensive line out for the Hatters. Shot from Cincinnati. Devaney blocks with a stick. Goes into the corner. Devaney intercepts to the point. Chips it free. Bernardo picks it up in neutral ice. Bernardo shot blocked. Rolls behind the net. Bernardo delivers a check behind. Moore comes up from his defense position, chips it behind the net. Devaney chases it in the corner. Cincinnati's got on the breakout, skating through. Shot, blocked, and saved. Carroll. Shot was deflected twice before it made it on to Carroll. And he's able to glove it cleanly, even with the out of the ordinary bounces. Face-off win to the wall for Puckett. AC sends it back around. Moore loses the puck behind the net. Seems to just be sticking back there. Sends it up the wall to AC. AC dinks around. Carries it in on his own. Beats his defender. Slows down, loses his hand on the puck. Ends up in front of the net. Misses on the back end attempt. Wraparound try from Puckett. McNally picks it up. Goes off skates. Puck is loose in. AC sends it in deep. McNally goes into the corner, picks up the puck, carries it behind the net. Cincinnati has control, takes it to the wall. Centering clear. Puck picks it cleanly from between the legs, moves in. Rubino sends across ice. Not enough on it to get to McNally. AC picks up the puck. Puck goes center, shot, McNally low, and it goes through. I'm not sure if that feed to the center was off of a Hatter or if it came from Cincinnati, but it squirted dangerously in front of the net. McNally's there to clean up the trash. On ice for the Hatters, Miller, Crichton, Bernardo. Adams, Wells. Hand goes up. As Adams takes his shoulder from behind. And the Hatters are going to go on the power play with 9:11 remaining in the first, up 1-0. Power play line for the Hatters, no changes. Bernardo, Crichton, Miller, Adams, Wells. Bernardo just misses handling that puck cleanly, allows Cincinnati to get to it. Wells forcing the outside. Shot is blocked off of Wells' stick. Again, the puck dies behind the net. But send it around. Miller dinks clear of the zone. Entry passes off of Crichton's stick. Cincinnati carries behind the net on the shorthand opportunity. Bernardo pressures out to the point. Shot goes off of Wells' shoulder. Wells chips it up the board, held by Cincinnati. Bernardo challenges. Crichton challenges. Cincinnati dinks it around. Shot goes off of Adams' back. Bounces to Bernardo. Miller is onside. Hatters change defensively. Shot from Crichton from distance. Hits Miller in the back. Dropped in front of his feet. Not able to contain. Cincinnati on the breakout. 20 seconds remaining. Kahlo slows up the entry. Crichton forces on the corner. Centering pass goes wide. Kashoff picks up the loose puck. Gets it out. Clears the zone. Goes off of the Crichton skate. Kashoff holds it out again. Shot from distance attempted. Goes off of Bernardo's shin guard. He was able to recover. Sends it across to Miller. Miller shot. Blocker save from Cincinnati, and that's the end of the power play. Back to 5-on-5. Kahlo shot, hit and deflected in to Miller. At the expiration of the power play for the Hatters, Two-0 Hatters. Goals from McNally and Miller. On the ice, Devaney, Ridley, AC. Kahlo, Kashoff remain. Devaney carries it all the way in deep. Chases it around the corner. Cincy chips it around. AC fights his way through two. Cincinnati loses it behind the net, then regains control. Kahlo holds the puck at the blue line. Devaney chases back down. Puck goes across. Kashoff blocks the clearing pass. AC loses its edge. Gets it to Kashoff. Kashoff sends it in low, hard, and it's hit save from Cincinnati's keeper and covered. Line change for the Hatters. McNally, Puckett, Bernardo, Rubino, and Moore on the ice. Face-off win forward for Cincinnati, but Hatters control. Then turn it over in their zone. Cincinnati on the rush. Shot wide. Cincinnati leaves it in the corner. They lean on Moore. Correction, lean on Rubino. Moore is in the center in front of the net. Puckett carries the puck behind. Cincinnati, shot across, goes off of Dalen's pad. Not sure he saw it. Nice pass from Rubino up to McNally and Puckett. Puckett wasn't able to control. Chipped back in on the net from Puckett. Puck ends up at Bernardo's feet. Moore sends it D to D. Rubino got two on, chips it in deep to McNally. McNally just misses the one-time cross. Sent back into the corner. Puckett chases. Sends it around to Bernardo. Bernardo picks it up. Out to Moore, back to Bernardo. Bernardo dinks around, shot, ends up going off Puckett, drops at the Cincinnati defender's feet. Puckett delays the break, forces it back in. Bernardo picks up the loose puck, sends it near side to McNally. McNally has it sticked away, but it ends up on Crichton's stick. Carries it in around, shot into the breadbasket again, saved. And hold for the Cincinnati keeper. 5:15 remaining in the first. Line change for the Hatter. We have AC, Crichton, Miller, Adams, and Wells. Puck back to Adams. Shot goes off the Cincinnati stick. Pass back to the point. Shot from distance. Miller deflects it down. The keeper holds. Crichton, face off win to the wall. Miller sends it back to Adams. Adams sends it around. Crichton to the center. Hops over Adams' stick, gonna force a clear. Adams got man on, sends it up to AC. AC sees it. Miller holds the line. AC clears. Puck enters, not cleanly, but still there. AC sends it in deep. Miller on the forecheck. Elbow comes up high into Miller's face, but he's back on his feet. Wells, low and hard to Crichton. Crichton carries it in, chips it to AC. AC shot, beautiful kick save from the keeper to keep that puck out of the net as he was moving to his right, actually moving to his left, able to stretch back to his right. As AC shot that low on the stick side. On ice, Bernardo, Ridley, Devaney, Kahlo, Cashoffer. No clean win on that face-off. Cincinnati is able to chip it free of the zone. Cashoffer picks it up, sends it cross ice to Kahlo. Kahlo off the skate into the zone. Ridley chases, able to get a stick on it to keep it in. Carries shot high, just wide of the net. Rolls all the way around to Cashoffer. Cashoffer shot from distance off of the skate. Kahlo able to hold. Devaney sticks it out of the air. Everybody waves it as safe. And now Cincinnati clears. Kahlo picks up the loose puck, waits for the clear, gets it into Bernardo on the near side. Bernardo carries it around. Behind the net, loses the handle behind the net. Ridley picks it up, centering pass off of the Cincinnati stick. Ends up at Devaney's tape, but he loses his footing. Bernardo checks to hold. We're gonna have 3 checks, and then let the Cincinnati winger fights his way through before we regain possession. Shot cross ice, misses through the crease. Kahlo challenges the hole, holds it in. Ridley backs up, then challenges out. Kahlo holds again, chips it in deep. Kahlo holds again. Cashoffer plays it through the air, out to his stick, into the slot. Shot low, hard deflected, just off the side of the net for Bernardo. Centering cleared, knocked out by McNally. McNally picks up the loose puck in the middle, then it bounces to Cashoffer again, low and hard, wide of the net. Bernardo chases to the corner. Carries it in off the wall, centering pass to McNally. McNally shot high, blocker save. Ridley into the corner. The hand is gonna go up, and we're gonna have an interference. Ridley does well to keep his cool on that one. He got pinned in the corner and targeted. As he makes his way off the ice, the Hatters power play gets set. McNally, Puckett, AC, Rubino, and more. Face-off win back, but it bounces high. Rubino sends it back up ice. McNally with the stick in neutral ice, goes off a skate. AC picks it up, Inches his way through, shot low, hard, wide of the net, stick side. Puck ends up in the slot and then bounces out to the blue line. Cincinnati carries it out. Moore chips it forward to AC. Entrance from Cincinnati, bounces wild. AC picks it up, takes it around into the zone. But Cincinnati is there. It's going to go off of Carter's stick. Glove down from Cincinnati, and they clear the zone. Moore sends it to center ice for Puckett. Puckett feeds it into McNally. McNally touches it into the zone. Stick, check, knocks it free. Solid check on Rubino as he carried it around. Puckett back at high point as Rubino went in deep. Moore sends it in. McNally centering pass to Puckett. Misses his handle, but Crichton is there to pick it up. Crichton still has got a chance. Puck is behind the net and sent around. Back to Moore. It's on his tape. Moore sends it to McNally one time, wide of the net. Bounces around to Puckett. Moore back in deep. Just missed Crichton's tape. Cincinnati chips it in, and that's the end of the power play. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Cincinnati clears. Rubino challenges in neutral ice. Cincinnati carries it in. Rubino able to get it free. His clearing attempt comes up short. Cincinnati's able to get a blade on it. They send it in deep. Crichton picks up the loose puck. Sends it up hard off the glass. Bounces clear of the zone. Bernardo challenges in the center ice. Wells waits patiently. Avoids the too many men on the ice penalty. Cincinnati chips it in deep. Crichton picks it up, and that's the end of the first. Hatters 2-1. Sorry, correction, Hatters 2-0 at the end of one. Start of the second, the Hatters take the ice with Bernardo, Ridley, Devaney, Adams, Wells, and Carroll in the goal. Face-off win for the Hatters, but they get ahead of themselves. And it's going to be offside on the entrance. Face-off win for Ridley, carries it through to Bernardo. Bernardo carries it in the zone. Comes across the center, around to keeper's glove side. Sticked away from Cincinnati, and then they send it back behind the net. Come up near side. Able to clear. Wells on the delay. Shot in low, hard. Carroll saved. Offensive change for the Hatters. AC Puckett McNally. Face-off coming to Dalen's glove side. Face-off win to the wall for Puckett. AC picks it out, carries it through the center. He's got one-on-one, gets his through, gently finesses his way through, and the puck goes off of the keeper's skate. Shot on roll, blocked away by a stick. Hatters not able to capitalize on the loose puck in front of the net. Cincinnati clears through the center. Puck goes off of Adam Shingard. McNally picks up the loose puck. Surveys, sends it up to the near side to AC. AC touches it through. No icing, no offsides. AC uses the body to screen the puck. Puck ends up underneath the cane. Backhand centering pass goes to McNally, blocked by a cane. Puck ends up all the way around to Wells. Wells winds up, shot, goes off a skate. Cincinnati collision. Goes back out to Wells. Wells sends it into the slot for AC. Cincinnati gets in the way. Centering pass from Puckett. Off the skate. McNally ends up with it on her tape. Shot, save. Puck is in the near corner. AC using his body to screen out. Centering pass with the backhand to McNally. McNally's shot goes in the corner, but it goes off the post. No goal, says Stripes. Cashoff misplays. Sends it off to the near side to Wells. Wells loses his footing. Cashoff on his horse coming from the far side. Near side shot from Dalen. And Dalen covers. Line change for the Hatters. Crichton, Bernardo, and Miller on there as the forward positions. Bernardo tips it through to Miller. Miller carries it in, thinks his way through, loses his handle, gets it up the wall to Bernardo. Cash off for Crichton, Bernardo, all grouped up. Miller picks it up in the corner, centering pass to Bernardo one time. Beautiful pass from Cashoff down to Miller. Miller one times it into the center. Jace finishes it one time into the stick side.
Good job, you guys. Keep it up, keep it up.
Face-off win forward for Crichton, then he loses it. Cincinnati picks it up. Cashoff delays, but Cincinnati recovers. Stick check from Kahlo. Goes out to Miller. Kahlo comes up. Stick checks it into the zone. Bernardo holds, carries it around out, stick side, loses an edge. Cashoff challenges. Kahlo intercepts the centering clear. Miller carries it in, carries it around, works hard, loses his footing. Hand goes up. It's not going to be lost footing. It's going to be a challenge. We're going to have penalty for the Hatters. Trip. Hatters are going to go on the power play. Up 3-0, 9:40 in the second. Power play line for the Hatters. First go. AC Ridley, Devaney. Defensively, Moore and Rubino. Face-off win for Ridley, out to the wall, ends up on AC stick, centering pass blocked. Devaney picks it up. Ridley ends up with the puck on his tape. Cover, save. From the Cincinnati keeper. Face-off coming to its stick side. Cincinnati controls the face-off, clears the zone. Moore challenges on the entry. Puck comes in loose into the zone. Rubino's clear. It's off of the Cincinnati skate. Moore with the backup, gets it off the wall to Devaney. Devaney breaks out on his own. He's got backup coming, squares up. Sends it up to the point to Rubino. Lucky pass there. AC loses an edge. Ridley holds the line, sends it in around. Puck dives behind the net. Moore, it's bad bounce, clears the zone. Rubino is going to pick it up, carry it behind the net. He's going to send it up the wall, but he catches the Hatters in a line change. Calvary arrives. Puck from behind the net to McNally. McNally with the reverse check. She's got her head up. Saw that one coming the whole way. Moore tips it up to Bernardo. Right in front of us. Jace digs it free. We're going to have no hand going up on that for what should have been a cross check from Bernardo. McNally tips it back to the line. We're going to have offside as Bernardo got in without the puck. A little bit of a collision. Dapping each other up as that went through there. Cincinnati's Callahan tried to deliver a solid check to Bernardo. And he was able to absorb it. Face-off win to McNally from Puckett, but she gets stick checked away. Wells able to block it with a skate. Sends it up to Bernardo. Cincinnati clears. McNally sends it back in. Too quick. Puck and Bernardo not able to clear the zone. We'll have offside. Neutral zone restart near dot here in front of us. 7:40. Oh, they're going to call center down for this restart. 7:41 remaining in the second. Cincinnati ends up controlling the faceoff. Carries it into the zone. Wells, two men, absorbs the check, able to get the puck around to Crichton. Crichton gets it up to Miller. Miller is one-on-one shot, glove save. Incredible glove save from the Cincinnati keeper in that one-on-one situation. Defensive change for the Hatters. Cashel for Kahlo take the ice. Face-off win back. Cincinnati sends it forward. Cashel screens with the body, clears it out. Cincinnati holds. AC tips it back through. Cincinnati recovers in the neutral zone. Tips it around. Miller recovers, gets it through center ice to AC. AC carries it in, hard around, backhand, kick save from the keeper. Puck comes all the way around. Cashel shot, blocked. Puck ends up in front of that. Backhand from Miller ends up in the keeper's pads. And he covers and holds for a face-off freeze. Restart coming to the keeper's glove side. Cincinnati's going to full line change. Offensive line change for the Hatters. Bernardo, Ridley, Devaney in those forward positions. Face-off win back. Ends up going back to Kahlo. Puck gets played with a high stick. I don't know who they're saying played it, the high stick. Looks like it was a Hatter whistle, what they're going to get. So we'll have a defensive zone face-off for the Hatters. Lines remain the same. Cincinnati wins the puck forward, but nobody's able to get there. Kahlo picks it up behind the net, all of that mess, sends it out to Bernardo. Bernardo's got space, carries it up. Got lots of ice in front of him. Sends it, gets ready, sends it back to the point. Casual offer, shot blocked, but he forces it way back through. Shot from distance, glove down by Cincinnati. They send it back out to the point. Casual offer holds. He's got a 3-on-1 battle here, not able to win. But that's going to be enough of a delay to get everybody back. Stop it. Puck bounces free into the offense, the Hatter zone. Cash offer gets it up the wall to Ridley. Ridley's clear comes right off. Shot deflected by Paulo, rolls harmlessly into Dalen. And he's going to hold. Give the Hatters a chance to line change after that long shift. Coming onto the ice, we have McNally, Puckett, AC, Moore, and Rubino. 5:35 remaining in the second. Hatters control the face-off, send it to the far wall. McNally picks it up. Nope, misses it. But Moore picks up the loose puck, carries it out of the zone, sends it up to AC. AC enters the zone, comes in hard, shot off the pad. Moore holds the zone, sends it in. AC fighting in the corner, keeping his cool. Picks up the puck on the far side now, looks at it, chips it in. On net, gloved, and held by Cincinnati. Offensive line change for the Hatters. Bernardo, Crichton, Miller on the ice. Crichton wins a face-off to the wall, high off the glass. And then sends it all the way back around. Bernardo chases, uses his body, mishandles the puck. Cincinnati picks it up, sends it out to the point. Moore holds. Moore, backhand pass to Crichton, but off of his tape. Moore's going to get there first. Backhands out, but it goes off his skate. Shot from distance, whistles wide of the net. Rubino chases it into the far wall. Cincinnati sends it up. Crichton clears it up, goes off the Cincy skate. They send it into center. Moore picks it up. Cincinnati still holds. Puck is at the far wall, stuck in Miller's skates. Cincinnati digs it free. Hold, shot from distance wide. Rubino loses the skate. Shot from distance held and covered from Carroll. Steep angle shot on the glove side. Carroll's able to contain and cover. Full line change for the Hatters. On ice, AC, Ridley, Devaney, Adams, and Wells. Face-off win forward for Ridley. They control, they send it up. AC's on his horse, the hand goes up. He's gonna be sticked wide by the keeper. AC carries it into the far corner. Collision in the center as Adams squares up for a shot. AC shoots on goal, keeper holds. My apologies, apparently I didn't actually clear the power play indicator. Hatters we've been 5-on-5 hockey for the last 7 minutes here. Face-off win for Cincinnati. They control. Wells carries it out. On the delay, gets everybody down. Cincinnati sends it out to the point. Devaney presses. Puck goes too wide. Shot whistles wide of the net. Adams stick checks it around, goes off the Cincinnati shin guard. Devaney clears the zone. Cincinnati's gonna have to get back. They send it in. There's gonna be a whistle for offside. In my humble opinion, old boy was onside. He got out. Line change for the Hatters. Bernardo, Puckett, McNally offensively. Adams, Wells stay on the defensive positions. Hatters control the face-off forward and then lose the handle in neutral ice. Puckett digs it free. McNally tips it into the zone. Puckett goes to the wall. McNally goes down into the deep slot. Bernardo picks up loose puck at the blue line. Shot, glove save. My apologies, I didn't move the camera. No changes for the Hatters. Cincinnati's going to change out their forwards. Face-off win to the wall for Puckett. McNally sends it out to the point. D to D. Wells from center ice. Shot low and hard. Goes off the Cincinnati skate. They pick it up. Carry it behind the net. Reverse direction. Send it up near side on the boards. Puckett, Bernardo challenge. Bernardo's shot centering pass. Puckett picks it up and then loses it. McNally sends it back out to the blue line. Shot from Adams. Goes wide of the net. Hits the back of the net. Dies. Bernardo digs it free. Cincinnati takes it away. They clear through the center. Surprise as Wells turned around that the puck was right there at his skates. Wells sends it up, just misses McNally's tape, and that's going to go all the way through for icing. 2 minutes remaining in the second. Full line change for the Hatters coming. Crichton, AC, Miller make their way on for offensively. Kahlo and Kasselhofer for the blue line. Kasselhofer getting a little too aggressive. You're being told he's got to back off. Hatters control the face-off. Miller sends it around. AC picks it up on the near corner. Dinks back. Kasselhofer digs it free. Tries to dink it up. He does. Then it deflects off his stick. AC kicks it free of the zone. Stick check away. Loses an edge. Crichton and Miller work together to hold that. Somehow don't go offside. AC centering pass goes all the way through to Miller. Shot high. Kasselhofer challenges on the board. Sends it back in deep. Cincinnati chips it out. High. Puck is going to die. Kahlo's going to send it back out of the zone. Miller tips it on. Cincinnati intercepts. Kasselhofer keeps it out of the zone, controls, backhands it up, goes off of the Cincinnati stick. AC picks it up in the neutral ice, carries in, shot near side through the legs for AC. Exchange from Kasselhofer to Crichton up to AC, dinks his way through and puts it through the 5-hole. Hatters go up 4-0. Face-off controlled by the Hatters. Bernardo carries it in, shot into the breadbasket, save and cover from the Cincinnati keeper. Again, we get that C in the center of the keeper's chest, seems to be doing its job. While the Hatters have snuck some through, the majority of them have gone into the chest. Face-off controlled by the Hatters, goes back to the point. Rubino sends it in, chipped away. Cincinnati picks it up in their zone, carries it out for the clear, carries it in, shot from distance, onto Carroll. Carroll saves. Cincinnati's going to try and control the face-off, but the puck squirts free. Bernardo forces his way through, carries it in deep, chips it center, collision at the corner. Chase defended himself well on that. Devaney gets a stick in there, sticks down. Devaney slides in, gets the puck up in the air for the end of the period. And at the end of 2, Hatters are up 4-0. Doing very well, controlling the game. And for the start of the final 13 minutes for the Hatters season, barring a final tournament popping up in April, Coach Jason is giving his last motivational speech. On ice to start the third, AC, McNally, Puckett, Adams, and Wells. Carroll between the pipes. Cincinnati controls the faceoff forward. Adams picks it free. AC picks up the loose puck in neutral ice, carries it through. McNally picks it free, sends it in deep. Puckett chases, ends up in the near corner. Puckett leaves it for McNally. Cincinnati comes out with it. Body here, Cincinnati sends it across the ice. They tip it in, carry it in, and then lose their handle. Puckett gets it out of the zone. Contact in neutral ice. Puckett picks up the loose puck, carries it through. Shot again right into this. Shot again right into the keeper's chest. Not sure if I'll get that one, but again, I did not start this period. Offensive change for the Hatters. Face-off win to the Hatters. We're going to have shot from Adams. Carson goes with the deflection. Chase carries heavy into the corner. Crichton shot, save, bounces free on the rebound. Cincinnati sends it to the far corner. Try to center it down. Porter picks it off. Shot. Not sure if that was blocked or a save from the keeper, but the rebound rolls back to the keeper and covers. Defensive change for the Hatters. Cashelhofer and Moore come on the ice. Face-off win to the wall. Goes to Miller. Miller out to the point of Cashelhofer. Cashelhofer from center. Shot. Blocked wide. Chipped in cross ice from Miller. Bounces over Bernardo's stick. Bernardo sends it back to Cashelhofer. Cashelhofer low and hard. Hits Miller's stick. Dives. Bernardo chips it in with the backhand. And the Cincinnati keeper saves and holds. Offensive line change for the Hatters. Devaney, Ridley, AC on ice. AC controls face-off. Shot into the chest. Rebound out front. Second save. AC. Shot low hard again off the post. Contact at the far end. Ridley keeps his hands down. They're going to call. Oh, lucked out. Cashelhofer played that with a high stick. But since Cincinnati picked up the puck, They're not going to blow the whistle. Cash offer sends it up. Just misses AC's stick. Cincinnati holds. Moore's going to pick up the puck, wave off another high stick. Play puck with a high stick, not a high stick penalty. Cincinnati holds his own. Cash offer pitches it forward to AC. AC carries it out, sends it up. Cincinnati intercepts, sends it back. Moore sends it in, but it bounces off Ridley's stick. Moore recovers. Ridley shoots it through. Devaney holds at the line. Puck sneaks through. Puck ends up on Moore's stick. At his skate, sends it across cash offer. He's able to hold it in. Shot low, hard, tip, and gets blocked by Cincinnati. Cash offer holds out at the point. We have a partial line change happening for the Hatters. Cincinnati clears. Moore's going to skate through, controls the puck, sends it up to Ridley. Ridley plays well, chips it in the center ice to Bernardo. Bernardo challenges, hand stays down. Should have been a tripping call on that wrap. Bernardo controls puck, sends across to Paulo. Paulo sends it in low, kicked away. Jace cross, nobody home. Cincinnati controls, misses the clear. They skate it free of the zone. Paulo clears it out, but then picks it up, back up. Cincinnati picks it back up. Bernardo leaves puck control in the neutral zone. We're going to have footing, trying to draw a penalty there for Bernardo. Hatters hold the line. Puck ends up on Puckett's stick. Shot, save. Cincinnati chipped it free of the zone. It's no icing. It's all waved off. Rubino chases, misses the stick swipe. Reverses direction, avoids a check, clears himself out, skates it all the way through, carries it all the way into the zone, stops, reverses direction, puck is in there, Bernardo, contact, sends it across to McNally. McNally goes off his tape. Cincinnati's going to be able to clear, tips it around Paulo. Paulo's going to use his body, send it back. Puck ends up in Declan's skates. He shifts it clear of the zone. Puckett picks up loose puck. Oh, we're going to have a collision in the zone. Cincinnati clears. They have open ice in front of them. Centering pass through. Puckett chases. And the puck is going to squirt free and end up on Carroll, who's going to glove that, let things settle down. Face-off win for Crichton. Miller challenges. Hold, bounces off Miller. He takes out. AC smartly puts his stick down, plays with the glove, and then chips it around. It's going to go hard off the wall, too hard off the wall, and it's going to go up for icing. Face-off will come back down into the Hatters zone to Carroll's stick side. On ice for the Hatters, Miller, Crichton, AC, Adams, and Wells. Hatters control, AC keeps it clear. Cincinnati sends it back in, but Crichton intercepts. Carries it into the offensive zone. Has it sticked away. Misses his centering attempt. Centering attempt, that time goes off for stripes. Shot from Miller, blocker save. AC avoids a check, shot blocked from Cincinnati. Miller checks for his support, sends it back around. AC picks it up, sends it out to Crichton, skips it through to Wells. Wells sends it back in deep. Cincinnati sends it high off the glass, but it reflects back in. Adams picks up the clear, gets sandwiched. Miller picks up the loose puck, avoids checks, sends it across to Wells. Shot from Wells. Saved. Alex shot from distance. Miller getting some high fives. He kept his head on a swivel. That was going to hurt. On ice for the Hatters, Devaney, Ridley, Bernardo, cash offer, and more. Cincinnati controls, ends up at the wall. Bernardo holds it, tries to chip it around. Cash offer ends up with the puck, and then it drops it for Ridley. With contact in the center, cross ice pass from Bernardo, nobody home. Moore chases. Bernardo carries it in, cash offer, holds the line. Keeper touches it up, leaves it for his defender. Devaney with the delay for body. Clearing attempt goes off the Cincinnati back, drops at feet. Cash offer, not able to hold it in on the block. Puck dies at the blue line. Stick lift from Bernardo. Devaney with the body challenge. Cuts him off. Puck squirts free. Bernardo controls. He's going to let everybody get set. Sends it out for Devaney. Tips it on, but it ends up on Cincinnati's stick. Cincinnati dumps it in, but it bounces off of Ridley's glove. Moore clears, goes up the boards. Bernardo gets it. Bernardo delivers a counter check. Bernardo chips it in front. Devaney shot low hard. Ridley sends it out. Moore holds, sets it up. Shot, bounces. And we're going to have a hand go up for a whistle. I don't know if there's going to be a single or double penalty here, as Bernardo was tied up with the cane there in front of the net. Same cane that they were going shoulder to shoulder through down the ice and into the corner. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Hatters go on the power play. McNally, Puckett, AC, Rubino, and Kahlo on the penalty. On the power play line, Rubino, low hard. Puckett sweeps it through. Puckett's going to get the goal, it looks like, without watching. Without seeing a replay. I'll have to check that one and fix that highlight. Could not tell from my angle. It looked like Puckett redirected, but the way everybody's acting, that might have just gone straight in off of Rubino's shot. Face-off controlled by AC. AC shot high over the net. McNally backhands it in. Cincinnati controls. Sends it off the board. McNally loses her handle. Cincinnati carries it out. AC carries through. AC loses the handle. He's going to take a return check. Kahlo fights his way through some contact. Misses wide of the net. AC holds at the line. Centering pass from McNally one time. Kick save. AC takes a check, but weathers it well. Cincinnati clears, intercepted by McNally. McNally chips it forward and off the Cincinnati skate, regains possession, skates it through. Cincinnati chips it out of the zone. We'll let everybody reset, carry it back. AC carries it into the zone. Rubino comes out. AC comes out as the Hatters hold on. Puckett loses an edge and looks for control. Bernardo fresh on the ice with challenges in. Cincinnati's going to be able to carry it out. Wells and Adams on the ice defensively now. Bernardo, Puckett, McNally as the forwards. Puckett behind the net, sends it out to Bernardo. Bernardo drags it through. Bernardo drops. Nobody's keeping up with him. Adams shot cross ice. Bernardo misses. And save. Hatters change it up. Miller, Crichton, Bernardo offensively. Adams, Wells remain the same. 5 up, so running clock now on the third period. Crichton delivers a counter check. Gets pinned in the corner. Cincinnati trying to pull it loose. Crichton forces his way through. Wins the 2-on-1. But Cincinnati comes up with the puck, clears it out. Cincinnati carries it through. Dink dive shot blocked off of the Hatter stick. Bernardo recovers, gets it up. Miller's clear, not quite goes, but Cincinnati empties it themselves. They've got to reset. Miller on the forecheck. Bernardo goes for the intercept, not able to get it. Crichton with the stick check. Shot goes off of Crichton's back. Crichton intercepts the centering pass. Miller clears it out of the zone. Bernardo chases, 1:30 remaining. Bernardo shot, gloves, and held. Hatters are going to be content to just kill time as we go through here. Burn out the clock. Get everybody off the ice. Safe and uninjured. Cincinnati gets set. Devaney, Ridley, AC offensively. Moore, Castro offer defensively. Ridley sends it in deep. AC's going to chase it into the corner. Braces himself. Puck ends up out at the point. Castro offer is not able to hold it in. Cincinnati sticks it around. Shot. Body save from Dalen. Not able to control the rebound, but Cincinnati cannot either. Puck gets sent up. Devaney carries in. He's just going to dink it through. Cashoffer sends it up. Shot off of Dalen's glove. Squirts free. Puck ends up on. They're going to be offside here for the Hatters. Just going to kill the final 10 seconds. And that'll be it. Hatters are going to come celebrate a third place finish and a clean sheet for Carroll. And a good finish for their final tournament and game. Hatters controlled the game throughout.
Minute time.